You ever have a morning where you just know your life's about to take a left turn off a cliff, but you still get out of bed anyway? Yeah, that was me. Third day in Oak Valley, thinking I'd traded late nights at my tech startup for lake views and maybe some peace. Instead, I got the HOA president banging on my door at 7 a.m. so hard it rattled my brain. My wife Melissa was out on the porch swing in her robe just sipping coffee, cool as ever while I was ready to lose it. The kind of calm that makes you suspicious, you know? Standing on our welcome mat was Karen, looking like she'd just been rejected from a villain casting call with her husband Richard, a linebacker-shaped sidekick looming behind. Karen snapped out her title and demanded our IDs for security. Before I could tell her what she could do with her clipboard, Melissa stepped in voice flat as concrete just said no. I swear the air froze. Karen sputtered her eyebrows halfway to her hairline, threatening consequences. Richard puffed up, but Melissa didn't flinch. I'd never seen anyone shut down a bully so quietly. Karen stormed off, fingers stabbing her phone, muttering about hostile residents. Next thing I know, she's reporting automatic gunfire and a baby screaming straight-up lies to dispatch, all because we wouldn't show her a driver's license. You can't make this up. 5 minutes later, 3 black SUVs screech up SWAT team in full gear, piling out like it's a blockbuster raid. My heart's trying to kick through my ribs, neighbors peeking through curtains, the works. Melissa just sips her coffee. The team leader levels his rifle at us, barks orders. Then Melissa, still in her robe, says, "Stand down. Captain Miller, Protocol Omega, Level 7 clearance." That man's whole body locked up like she'd hit a kill switch. He salutes, real formal apologizes for the mistake, tells his team to form a perimeter. I'm standing there thinking, who is my wife? Karen and Richard, watching from across the street, turn ghost pale. The SWAT team backs down, packs up, leaves us with silence and about 1,000 unanswered questions. Karen's humiliation is radiating off her like heat. But if you think that was the end, oh buddy, that was just the amuse-bouche. Turns out Oak Valley isn't some sleepy lakeside utopia. My first hint came from Vinny, our squirrely neighbor with anxiety baked into his DNA, who brought us crunchy brownies and whispered, "Just stay on Karen's good side." After the SWAT thing, Karen spun her own story, made herself the hero, me and Melissa, the dangerous outsiders. People who'd smiled the day before suddenly avoided eye contact. The air felt poisoned. My first instinct was to go nuclear march over, give Karen a piece of my mind. Melissa stopped me. "That's what she wants," she said. "Let her dig her own grave." And she had that look, the one that says, she's 10 moves ahead. Didn't take long. Next day, we get an HOA letter with $250 in fines, trash cans out too long, a dandelion, our welcome mat, not earth tone. You'd think we were running a meth lab, not sipping coffee on the porch. Melissa's calm says it's not about money. She's establishing non-compliance, building a case. The fines were just the opening shots. Karen started holding little gossip sessions. We're dangerous, secretive, maybe in witness protection. Vinny kept us in the loop, telling us Karen once convinced folks that squirrels were government drones. You'd laugh, but people bought it. 2 weeks later, a thick envelope comes. Emergency HOA vote. They want us expelled, list of fake violations, unbecoming behavior. It's a kangaroo court, Karen as judge, Richard as enforcer. I lose it, threaten lawsuits, press. Melissa just lets me rant. Then she says, "That's the slow way. We need to fight back our way." And for the first time, I see the real Melissa, the strategist, the hunter. She thinks she's a predator, Melissa says. Let's show her what it feels like to be prey. And the pressure ramps up. Our mail gets shredded. A baseball comes through the window. Richard smirks at me from the sidewalk, untouchable. My peaceful life's unraveling. But Melissa, she's cool, methodical, logging every incident, making calls to people who answer with code words. One day, a gray van shows up. A quiet guy sweeps for bugs, installs cameras I can barely see. Old colleague Melissa says, "No, Bill, just a nod." Karen and Richard keep pushing. They're even measuring our grass at night. But then one night at 2 a.m., Melissa wakes me. She's holding her tablet, live camera feed. There's Karen herself dressed like a cat burglar crowbar at our garage. I'm ready to call the cops. Melissa taps a red button on her phone. DHS rapid response 4 minutes. 2 black sedans glide up. Agents in dark suits have Karen cuffed before she can squeal. Melissa leans in, tells me some people shouldn't mess with level 7. Watching Karen get perp-walked by federal agents, I felt a deep, guilty satisfaction. But next morning, she's out on bail, and Richard turns out isn't just a bulldog. He's a city councilman with deep pockets. Suddenly, city inspectors are crawling over our place, citing us for bogus code violations, towing our car for emergency, no parking that vanishes after the ticket. Richard uses City Hall as his personal war machine. Karen was a Chihuahua, Richard's the pit bull hiding behind bureaucracy. We can't sell, can't live, can't win. Melissa finally sits me down, tells me the truth. Level 7 means federal protection, but only for physical threats, not political ones. We can play by the rules and lose, she says, or fight his way. I think about it for maybe half a second. What's the plan? She sketches out the next move. Find out where Richard's money comes from. My old tech contacts come in handy. I play the part of a flashy out-of-state developer, dangle a fake luxury condo project in front of Vinny so he accidentally leaks it to Richard. Soon enough, Richard's man from the Chamber of Commerce invites me to lunch. I wear a wire, Melissa's coaching ringing in my ears. Richard's slick, but eventually he leans in, talks about facilitators and 10% consulting fees. Boom. Got him on tape soliciting a bribe. Except when we listen to it, Melissa gets this look. It's too clean. He wanted you to have it. Sure enough, the holding company he named isn't his. It's owned by Marcus Thorne, a big league developer rumored to be mobbed up. We hadn't exposed a local crook. We'd stumbled into a criminal land grab, buying up properties cheap by making life hell for residents. If I'd paid the bribe, I'd be the fall guy. Right then, the doorbell rings. 2 giant guys in suits. Mr. Thorne sends his regards. He'd like to buy your house. Not a request. Melissa goes full. Jason Bourne drops both guys in 3 seconds flat. Tells them, we're not for sale. The game's up. The threats are open. The HOA expulsion meeting's in 48 hours. Thorne wants us gone, and we've only got one shot. Go public with everything. We work through the night. I pull together a digital evidence bomb, charts, bank transfers, deeds, the whole conspiracy. Melissa brings in a fearless journalist, and for our secret weapon, we recruit Vinny for a distraction. The night of the meeting, Karen's at the front about to call for the vote to expel us. Vinny jumps up, starts a debate on lawn gnomes, chaos erupts. I fire up the projector and dump the entire Thorne conspiracy on the big screen. Faces go white. Thorne's in the back, furious, tries to send his goons, but Melissa floors them both in front of everyone. Richard lunges for my laptop, but he's stopped by Captain Miller now. State anti-corruption. Cops flood the room. Karen, Richard, Thorne, all cuffed, all exposed. The crowd erupts. Hugs, cheers, tears. Vinny gets hailed as the hero of the Gnome Rebellion. Melissa and I just breathe finally. 6 months later. Oak Valley's different, real community, sane rules. No one cares about the color of your welcome mat. Vinny guards the HOA budget like a nervous dragon. And sometimes on quiet mornings, Melissa hands me a warm muffin and we watch the lake. Peace didn't come easy. We fought for it together. And if anybody ever tries knocking again, well, let's just say some welcome mats bite. So tell me, if you had to pick sides, would you play by the rules or write your own when justice is on the line? Drop a comment. I want to hear how far you'd go for your home.